You ever catch three grown adults in your backyard at sunrise poking around like they're hunting for buried treasure? Well, I did, and not just any three randoms either. I'm talking about the actual HOA board led by President Karen herself, plus Bob, whose entire personality is just clipboard, and you know that third guy nobody voted for, the guy who always forgets his own coffee at meetings. If you think I'm joking, wait till you hear what my security camera recorded. Because let me tell you, the only thing wilder than seeing your neighbors sneak into your yard is realizing they're supposed to be in charge. See, this whole circus kicked off on a Saturday morning that started out about as peaceful as you could hope for birds doing their bird thing, coffee brewing just right. My only plan to finally tackle the barbecue, which, by the way, hadn't seen a brush since the Bush administration. I step outside, mug in hand. And what do I see? My backyard gate wide open. Now that gate never opens by itself. My dog's losing his mind like he just saw a ghost with a briefcase, and all I can think is, did the gardener leave it open? Maybe the mailman got lost again. But nah, turns out it was the last people you'd want poking around the HOA. Later that night, I checked my security cam. And folks, if you ever want to spit out your midnight snack, just try catching three HOA board members snooping around your yard, whispering like low-budget cartoon villains. Karen's got on those power sunglasses, Bob's clutching his clipboard like it's a taser, and the third guy, he's standing there trying to look useful. And get this, they're not admiring my grass. Karen whispers, "We can't let the other residents find out about this, or the whole board looks bad." Bob nods like he just solved world peace and goes, "We'll just say we were inspecting property boundaries." He won't even notice. Lady, I've got cameras that see more than the FBI 1080p color night vision microphone sharp enough to pick up the sound of Bob's soul leaving his body. I'm watching them try to act all official. At one point, Karen says, "Let's pretend we're checking for drainage issues." That sounds official. Bob, ever the sidekick, starts poking the grass next to my kid's inflatable pool with a stick, like he expects state secrets to pop out. I'm sitting there laughing because if this was a spy movie, the only thing missing is the Mission Impossible theme. Next morning, I figure, hey, why not have some fun? So I stroll into the HOA office, coffee in hand, grin plastered on my face. Hey, did you guys swing by my property yesterday? My cameras picked up a little movement. Karen's face freezes faster than Wi-Fi during a storm. Must have been landscapers, she says, while wearing her HOA badge and holding a stack of board meeting notes. Sure, Karen. Totally believable. I keep it casual. Cool, because my security footage has some really clear audio. You might want to hear what these landscapers had to say about their cover-up. Bob's color drained so fast, I almost feel bad. Karen snaps. "You're violating HOA policy by recording us on my own property with my own cameras." The irony, right? So I just say, well, if you didn't break into my yard, you wouldn't be starring in my next viral video. She storms out, Bob right behind her, and the third guy manages to trip over my mailbox on his way out. I swear you can't make this stuff up. Later that day, I posted just 10 seconds of their inspection mission. Went viral faster than a rumor at a PTA meeting. People in the comments called it HOA gone wild, Karen versus camera, and my personal favorite, the trespass troop. Then a neighbor from another development messages me, "Hey, our HOA president did the same thing last month." Turns out this isn't just my problem. This is an epidemic. The board panics and sends me a warning saying my cameras are disturbing community harmony. Yeah, sure, the problem's my camera, not their little Mission Impossible in my backyard. But here's where it gets wild. My footage didn't just catch them snooping. They were hiding something near my fence, Karen says. "We'll deal with this later. Nobody needs to know." What did they bury? A note of key evidence I didn't know yet, but my curiosity was eating me alive. That night, flashlight and shovel in hand, I'm out by the fence, right where Bob had nervously kicked at the dirt. I dig, and there it is, a rusty little lockbox with a faded HOA sticker. I take it inside, my dog eyeing me like I'm Indiana Jones about to unleash an ancient curse. The thing's got a number lock, so I try a few dumb guesses. Then it hits me. What number would the HOA never shut up about? I tried 2021, the year they hiked our fees for community upgrades that never happened. Click, it pops open. Inside, some folded papers, a USB drive, and an old photo of a backyard with a massive crack running through it. I plug in the USB, half expecting a virus, half expecting Bob's retirement slideshow, and up pops a folder, Drainage Project Confidential. There's video from 2 years ago, pipe burst, right near my property line. The board knew about a major drainage issue that could have flooded half the block, but instead of fixing it, they literally buried the evidence because fixing it would have cost a fortune and Karen had signed off on it with zero inspection. I'm stunned and honestly kind of impressed by their incompetence. Here I was getting threatened over unauthorized landscaping, and they were the ones covering up a disaster under my yard. What do I do? Make popcorn, of course, then get ready for the next HOA meeting. 2 days later, I show up acting casual, USB drive in my pocket. Karen's running the show like she's the mayor, Bob's rattling off fines. Everyone else is checking their phones. I raise my hand. I have something to share. Karen looks like a cat caught in the rain. I plug my laptop into the projector. Up on the big screen, Karen, Bob, and that third guy creeping around my yard, whispering about their cover-up. Bob drops his pen. Karen's jaw just locks up. The whole room gasps. I pause it right before they find the box. Before you explain why the board was in my yard, maybe you want to tell everyone what this is. Out comes the rusty lockbox. Karen's color goes from yogurt to spoiled milk. She stammers, "That's not official HOA property." I say, "Really? Because your signature's on the paperwork inside." The crowd loses it. Phones are out. Someone yells, "We pay you for this nonsense," Karen tries. This is out of context. I just smile. Great. Let's see the full context. I hit play. Karen saying, "Nobody needs to know," Bob whispering. "If this gets out, we're done." You could hear a pin drop. Karen basically writes her own resignation on the spot, blames Bob. Bob blames technical misunderstandings, and the third guy just asks if he can go home. People thank me like I'm a folk hero. Some old guy gives me a fist bump and says, "You're the reason I'm keeping my Ring camera on 24/7. But wait, it gets even better. Few hours later, who knocks on my door but Karen herself? No sunglasses, no clipboard, just a smile so fake I'm afraid her face might shatter. "Can we please handle this privately?" she says. I just grin. "Sure, Karen. I'll handle it privately after I upload part 2. You should have seen her face. Part horror, part resignation, part maybe I should move. You'd think that'd be the end, right? Wrong. That very night, my motion alert goes off again. Guess who's back in my yard at 2 a.m.? Karen, Bob, in the third wheel only. This time they've got shovels and flashlights. My camera's catching everything, Karen hissing quick before he finds out. Bob muttering, "We just need to rebury it." At this point, I'm yelling at my laptop, "Rebury what they dig in the same spot as before." And Bob hits something metallic, except this time it's a box wrapped in a neon pink ribbon. Karen looks straight at my camera and says, "He's recording." I whisper, "You better believe it." They open the box and get this, it's full of clown costumes, wigs, plastic vampire fangs. Apparently they'd planned some HOA Halloween event that got canceled, and instead of returning the props, they buried them. I'm dying. My backyard is now the world's worst storage locker for HOA secrets and failed party ideas. Then, as if the universe wanted to gift me one last moment, Todd, the third guy, trips over my garden gnome and goes face first into the dirt. Karen screams, Bob drops the box, Todd's wig ends up in my hibiscus bush. It's like slapstick comedy meets community theater. I can't resist anymore. I walk outside, flashlight in hand. Evening HOA board. Fancy seeing you here. Karen gasps. Bob tries to hide the box. Todd looks like he's seen a ghost with a GoPro. Smile, I say. You're about to be famous. Karen tries the old, just checking drainage issues line, but I cut her off. Same drainage issues as last year, huh? and the costumes and the lockbox. Silence. Bob says, maybe we can delete the footage. I nearly lose it. Delete the footage. Buddy, it's already trending online. Todd just whimpers. Can we go home? By sunrise, they're gone. All that's left is a single HOA badge in the grass, like their calling card. I pick it up, hold it to the camera. Don't worry, Karen. Your legacy lives on in full HD. These days, people swing by asking if I've caught any more HOA shenanigans. My videos have gone viral. Backyard Burglary Chronicles, Karen versus Security Cam. Every time I hear a rustle, my dog perks up. I just laugh, knowing if the HOA ever tries again, I'll be ready. Camera rolling, popcorn at the ready, patience fully loaded. So here's the real lesson. Never underestimate a homeowner with a security cam. And definitely never try to bury your secrets in their yard. You might just give the internet the show of a lifetime, and I'll be here laughing, recording, and waiting for the next HOA circus to roll through. Now let me throw this out there. Do you think I was right to expose them, or should I have let sleeping Karens lie? Ever caught your own HOA in the act, or maybe you've got a crazier story? Drop it in the comments, because justice is way more fun when it's shared. And if you want more wild HOA tales, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and buckle up, because in this neighborhood the drama's just getting started.